Okay, the new episode of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch has just dropped. Let's discuss. Before I get into it, please hit like, please subscribe, share on social media, and don't forget to comment below to let me know what you think. First, they do an experiment at Homestead 2 to test the conductivity of the ground, and of course it's crazily conductive. It doesn't even make sense how conductive it is. It is hard to explain scientifically, and it even sets off the lightning meter that Eric is wearing. Travis is stumped. He says the whole area seems to be acting like a reservoir of energy. Maybe a power supply for UFOs or something. But if that's true, where is the battery? Where is this energy coming from? Sure, the ground is weirdly conductive, but where is that power coming from? They bring in Brandon Fugel, the owner of Skinwalker Ranch, and they talk about it. Travis floats the idea that the earth might be layered in such a way that the different layers are creating this unique conductive element. Of course, he brings up Tesla, and he would because he was on the show that delved into Tesla and what Tesla was up to and the conspiracy theories around him. And it was actually a really good show. I recommend the Tesla show that Travis was part of. It was only one season, but it's really good watching. And who knows? It could be part of all of this. Tesla, comes up again and again and in paranormal research. I mean, the FBI was camped out just a few doors down from him in his hotel, waiting for him to die. And as soon as he did, they seized all of his files. And they have only released part of those files till this day. That has to mean something, right? At any rate, Brandon Fugel gives them permission to do an experiment. Travis, of course, wants to bring in Tesla coils. His mind always goes to Tesla. And, rightly so, because this is an electrical situation. This is conducive ground. We need to find out where this electricity is coming from and what its properties are. So they set up these giant Tesla coils, and of course at night, obviously, and they're each holding rods of bulbs. So it's all very visual. They're very good at coming up with visual scientific experiments that look good on camera, and that, who knows, might actually be a legit good scientific experiment. Anyway, so they do this experiment. It's it does look very cool. They're holding these rods in the air, these bulbs, and they all light up, and the Tesla coils are firing, and it's all very dramatic. And then all of a sudden, the energy readings go crazy. It looks like the relatively small amount of current they are running through the ground at the triangle is resulting in this crazy high level of energy. And it's unclear how that could happen or where that energy is coming from. Travis says it's almost like the ground has become a transformer, transforming this small amount of energy into this huge amount of energy. So they shut all the equipment down, and that's it for the day. It's still a very interesting experiment with some very interesting results. Later, on another day, Travis seems to see some lightning in the sky, some weird weather. We never really get to see that, but he wants to see it better, so he brings in the team, and they're looking at different cameras to see if they can catch this weird weather that he saw with his own eyes. They don't see that. What they do see are UFOs, or at least one UFO that they're able to get on multiple cameras, doing weird things in the sky and then shooting off at what might be 1,000 miles an hour. Very good UFO footage. I mean, obviously just a blurry dot in the sky like they all are, or, all the ones that have been released. But it's moving in very interesting ways, very zigzaggy, and then it shoots off. Pretty solid footage, actually. Some of the best that I've seen that I believe is legit UFO footage. But so what does that mean? That Travis initially sees this weird weather, this weird lightning, whatever it is. I never quite got the full picture of what he was seeing. But when they go to view that on the camera, they see a UFO. So does that mean the UFO was putting something into Travis's mind? A screen memory? Very often in the phenomenon, you will see the visitors implanting screen memories in people. They will remember stuff that did not happen, or they will see things like owls that are of unusual size and character that are, most likely gray aliens or something else. Not owls. So, is this weird weather that Travis saw actually not weird weather at all, but something that was implanted in his mind by the visitors? And if so, does that mean he had some interaction with them? Because often people that have had screen memories put into their minds are actually abductees or contactees. Was Travis contacted by the intelligence behind the phenomenon? Does he have perhaps missing time? I would be very curious to know. And of course, I have come more and more into the belief that time travel is a big part of this, or at least a part of this. Even Lou Elizondo confirmed that. So it's possible that missing time might not even be required, because these beings can travel through time. They can suck you up into their ships or their dimension and keep you there and spit you out at the exact moment when they took you. Or earlier, who knows. Anyway, so that's about it for the episode. Not a gangbuster episode, but a solid episode with some interesting stuff, some interesting food for thought. I'm curious, of course, as I always am, to see what happens next week. They definitely hook me. This event with the Tesla coils, the experiment happened at the triangle. A lot of the activity seems to be centered around the triangle. So they are going to start shooting rockets into the air again next week. So we will see if that results in anything unusual or interesting. Of course, in the trailers, it looks like it does, but that's what they're going to show you in the trailer. However, shooting things into the air before has produced interesting results. So hopefully it will next week. I do have one question, though, about reproducible results. The rabbi's ritual that resulted in some very interesting results. On both occasions, it appears an entity was produced and some weird readings were detected. So if they are interested in making reproducible results and in studying the phenomenon and poking it to get it to do something, well, that has reliably gotten it to do something. So why don't they just do the rabbi ritual every day, or at least periodically, to see what happens and study it? So if that's what they are interested in doing, why don't they do that? Is there a reason for that? Are they afraid to do that? Or is it not as dramatic as they depicted it to be? I would be very curious to get an answer for that. If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Also, consider hitting the subscribe button, and if you do, the bell next to it to be notified of future videos. Please don't forget to comment below and let me know what you thought. And until next time, Cosmic Road out.